good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all, so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously. So what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, my juice little lads. Oh, they're still having a party. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay. Now then, this is a late video, so it's around 8:15, 8:15 p.m. In our old England this evening, my delicious little babies. So I'm rather late, and it's the 20th of February 2025. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, so it's it's raining, so it's been absolutely peeing it down all day, my delicious little babies. It's been very windy this morning and this afternoon, and it's very cold, okay. And I've mopped my hallway twice, because every time you go out, or even if you get to put something in the bin or anything like that now then, okay, it just walks in all the flipping water and mud, my delicious little babies, okay. So no, we are not enjoying it here, my delicious little babies, okay. Mind you, I'm speaking for myself. I'm sure that others feel the same, because of course this kind of weather now, no vitamin D, okay. So the fact of the matter is, you know, it can make, there we are, some rather miserable, my delicious little babies, okay. I'm very thankful and grateful, there we are, that I'm still alive, okay. I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, okay, my delicious little babies. So for that, there we are. Thank you to my dear giddy God and my dear little angels and my dear little spirit guards. Do you see what I mean, okay? But I feel that this is rather an issue, isn't it? Because if you're not getting what you should be receiving, you know, which is sunshine and everything like that now then, okay, well, it poses as, there we are, in some, especially in some delicious little babies, it really poses a serious issue. Do you see what I mean, delicious little babies? Anyway, I'll quickly tell you about this now then. So I was out yesterday doing a bit of shopping, delicious little babies, okay? And anyway, so this, oh, God bless him, this dear man, bless him. He had this muzzle on, you know, mask, my delicious little baby. He's in his little mobility scooter, okay? Oh, bless his heart. And, you know, it's like he was approaching me because I was waiting for my taxi, my delicious little babies, okay? And he was going like this, you know, trying to get it off his birth rays, off his ear, and he was going, oh, I can't breathe in this. Do you know what I mean? And he sort of, you know, let it loose from his ear, bless him. And then he was explaining to me, my delicious little babies, okay, and I will stand and listen. I genuinely will, you know, do you know what I mean? Because there we are, I've always been that way, do you see what I mean? And he was explaining that he's just not long came out of hospital. I mean, oh, bless him. I mean, he was only rather slim, you know. He had all bruises here, you know, and everything like that now then. Do you know what I mean? On his skin. And he said he, what did he say? He contracted what's it called? A nasty chest infection. He said from Aldi. My delicious little baby. I said, well, what do you mean? I said, you know, that you got it from in Aldi. And he said, no. He said, I got it from in Aldi, you know. So I said, oh, right. I said, was it from the food? Was it from something? You know, because I thought, well, I've never had an issue. Do you see what I mean, okay? He said, no. He said, right at the top, which I can only assume he's talking about probably the fridge area, my delicious little babies. He said that, well, basically, he said this woman was coughing. And he said to her, he said, please. He said, can you, because I should imagine he goes in there with his scooter, you know, I should imagine he cannot walk around, you know, bless him. And he said, please, can you cover your mouth? He said to her. Okay, I think this was a few weeks ago. And he said, I know you've got to cough. He says, but please, he said, please spare a thought for other customers. Well, actually, there we are. I totally agree. I mean, okay, the poor woman clearly could not help coughing because it's something that happens, isn't it, my delicious baby? So I'm pretty sure that from time to time, you know, that we've all had a cough at some time. Do you know what I mean, okay? What's my point to all this? Well, anyway, he was utterly convinced. He said because the next day, he said, within 24 hours, he had to be rushed to the hospital, mad little babies, right? And he was convinced, he said it was because of that woman coughing, mad delicious little babies. Now, I asked him, which I did, I said, can I please ask you, did you take anything? I said, you could tell me to mind my own business. He said, no, I did not. He said, I refused. Okay. And he says, but that woman, he said, less than 24 hours. He said, and I had to be rushed to the hospital. He said, and they were pumping me with all sorts. And he says, because my chest infection was that bad. And he says, but the trouble is, he said, with this mask, he said, I cannot breathe. He said, but then they've told me to wear a mask. He said, but I cannot breathe with it. So I don't know about you, mad little babies, okay? But does that make any sense? But I said, but you shouldn't be wearing a muzzle. You shouldn't be wearing a mask, my little lovely. Do you see what I mean? Okay, but anyway, he said, no. He says, because I've got to go into the shops. I've got to go and do some shopping. He said, and I cannot, run the risk. He says, of ending up back in the hospital again. But look at that, mad little baby. So what was it in the cough? My delicious little babies, what was it in the cough? Okay? That can make somebody, there we are, so poorly. Because I even asked him, I said, well, are you sure that you didn't, pick it? He said, no. He said, it's for definite. He said, when I went in there. He said, and that woman kept coughing. But like I said, she obviously could not help coughing either, mad little babies, but really she should have been, I suppose she didn't know. I do not know who she is, bless, okay? And we all know that when you've got a nasty cough, it can linger on for flipping weeks. Do you see what I mean, okay? But for that, there we are. She should really, there we are, be having some, I would have said, there we are, licorice. Do you know what I mean? Licorice is very good. Do you know what I mean? If you get like the raw licorice, do you see what I mean? Okay? Forget about the licorice all sorts, because we don't want all the sweet stuff. You want the stuff that's raw, you know what I mean? Okay? Anyway, mad little babies, but bless him. I hope he gets better. But no, he was terrified. He said, no. He said, even though he cannot breathe, he said, I've still got to put it on. He's terrified in case he has to go back to the hospital, mad little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay? But bless him. He said, they did help me. He said, they have helped me to get better. He said, I've still got this chest. He said, but it's nowhere near as bad as what it was. But what would have caused that mad? There we are. What would have caused that mad little babies? I'm just wondering. Okay, mad delicious babies. Okay. But of course, the poor woman as well. So, so we have to look at this two ways, mad delicious babies. Okay. So, because ones were saying, like shedding. Anyway, I know about this, okay? Shedding mad little babies, okay? So, maybe just joining the dots there, well, maybe something else is, there we are, coming out. Do you see what I mean? Okay, that maybe the dear woman didn't realise and the dear man didn't realise. Do you see what I mean? Mad delicious babies, okay? But of course, as we very well know, it's the same with public transport, isn't it? If you've got a cough, it's the same. Okay, let me give an example. It's the same as, like when our beautiful little babies, I'm not talking to any dear women, dear ladies out there who have experienced very saddened, terrible situations, okay, or problems, okay? I do not mean it that way. But like for our beautiful little babies, they've been to a nursery, they've been to school, and, so what happens? One gets a cold. There we are. They all get a cold. And then they bring it back. Now, if you're lucky, as mummy or daddy, or, if you're a single mummy or daddy, yes, if you're lucky, then you will not catch the cold, okay, mad little babies. But if you're not so lucky, it's what we call allergy, mad little babies. So what happens is it just goes round in a circle. So everybody gets it, mad little babies. It's the same thing now. Do you know what I mean? So like being in the supermarket, or if you're at a little nursery at a little school, you go through all these things, public transport, everything. Do you see what I mean? Mad little babies. But the thing is, it's in the air, isn't it? There we are. Yeah, is it? I can feel it calling in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Phil Collins, wasn't it? What year was that song now, Delicious Little Babies, anyway? But yeah, I hope that the dear man gets better, and I hope that the dear woman with the cough gets better, you know what I mean? But it's like it's unavoidable, my Delicious Little Babies, it's unavoidable. Do you know what I mean? Because, you know, ones are going to, you know, at some point pick up something when you're walking around. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? Anyway, not to worry, not to worry. I'm sure everything sorts itself out. Now then, my little babies, that's what I wanted to tell you yesterday. So, you know, I said I caught a taxi, then I had to go and get. So I thought, right, because, you know, like each week somebody brings, what is it, like some little bickies, you know, some biscuits, you know, to my sewing class. Anyway. Well, what I forgot about my little baby, so it's a good job that I was already getting some bits up at the little shopping centre, sorry, okay? And I thought, oh, you know, I took all my sewing stuff and everything, didn't I, my little babies? And of course, oh, flip me, the co-op flipping has closed down in our shopping centre, my little babies. There we are. It's been there forever. And it's shut down. I said, oh, I said, so where's the co-op? Do you know what I mean? And somebody said, oh, no, that's closed some time ago now. And, of course, not far, like, opposite, like, sort of like diagonal, there used to be a Boots. That's gone. Ages ago, my delicious little babies. It's a flipping poxy charity shop now, my delicious little babies. That's what it is. You go to the high street, yeah? You know, loads and loads and loads. Like I said, even in our Brummie Town Centre, they seem to get in everywhere, my delicious little babies. Charity shops there as well, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so I think there's only 2 chemists up there now, my delicious little babies, okay? The one chemist, there we are, is better than the other, admittedly, my delicious little babies, because the other one just doesn't seem to sell. A third, there we are, in my humble opinion, of what somebody would want, my delicious little babies. You have to walk all the way down the high street, my delicious little babies, okay? But when you look at all the places now, do you see what I mean? So there we are, we can clearly see, there we are, what is going on here, my delicious little babies. You see what I mean? They want to make it smaller and smaller and smaller, so that they want to treat us out here, my delicious little babies, there we are, like the little shoe people. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? Because they're making everything smaller. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, so just sort of tell you, anyway, so I had to go and get some cookies from somewhere else. Then that cost me, what was it, over £8, my delicious little babies. So I walked down, right? I walked down and I thought nobody seems to be here, okay? There's nobody at the door, okay, my delicious little babies. So I thought, right, I'll call them on the old dog and bird, okay? Anyway, I didn't have to walk far, my delicious little babies. Anyway, so I called them. They said, no, they said they're closed. And it dawned on me, didn't it? You know, because the little bairns are off school, sorry. It's like their little holiday. Do you see what I mean, okay? So, of course, when the schools are out, okay, so is, you know, colleges and everything like that now then, do you see what I mean, okay? So, yeah. So what I did, I give a packet of cookies, okay, to my lovely little neighbour, you know, oh, bless him, he lost his dear little wife, you know, some time ago, bless. Only a beautiful, dear little young couple, so beautiful. Very sad, okay? The most beautiful couple you could ever wish to meet, okay? So I gave him, he said, thanks, Carly, you know what I mean, okay? And then he popped in to come and have a cup of tea, because we just haven't been able to catch up, you know, with him always working all the time. Do you see what I mean, okay? So he came and had a cuppa. I said, here, I said, have another cookie. Do you see what I mean, okay? I said, take that packet away with you, okay? So he said, all right. Anyway, so that was that, man, little babe. So anyway, I just got a taxi back then. Do you know what I mean, okay? But I thought, oh, I cannot be bothered now to walk to the flipping bus stop. It was just one of those days, my little babies, okay, right? It was one of those days, okay? Mind you, today has not been much different, my little babies. It has been productive and it has been fruitful, okay? But it's just one of those days. It was, you know, the last couple of days anyway, my little babies. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Okay, my little babies, okay? Yeah, that it is really amusing. But I completely forgot all about it, my little babies, okay? Anyway, in the end, the cookies all get sorted. I even had a cookie when I came home, my little babies. Do you see what I mean? I thought, well, I mean, that's, what is it, a squid and something, a squid 35. Do you see what I mean, my little babies? So I thought, I'll have one of those. Do you see what I mean? Okay, nice cup of coffee. Okay, my little babies. Anyway, oh, the things you do. Okay, my little babies. Anyway, so very finally now, this is all I've got for you today, my delicious little babies, okay? Because there we are. I've just had a super duper busy day all day, okay? And to be fair, okay, I haven't really sat down for such a long time, and even with my beautiful dear little friend, dear little Kaz, who came, okay? You know, I just did. I was just, you know, getting there are other things done as well, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so it's just been one of those days. So this one on BitChute, my delicious little babies. I do mention this upload sometimes, my delicious little babies. Stumbling slightly here, my delicious little babies. Anyway, and with anyone not in that way, not in that way. Okay, Pirate, all in capitals, my delicious little babies. Search engine of your choice. Pirate Pete. 2 words together, my delicious little babies. Pirate Pete, okay? He's up to 20.7 thousand subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? Pirate Pete, then space bar, BitChute, then you should have reached your destination. Now, the video should read, go Tesla, it's a snow day. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? Go Tesla, it's a snow day. You know what I mean? I like the tune. Do, 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 do. You know what I mean? Okay? It's only, 59 seconds long, my delicious little babies. It appears that the Tesla, I'm not too sure whether somebody's, you know, filmed it as a P-take, my delicious little babies. I'm just not too sure about that, okay? But nevertheless, well, in the snow, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem to be moving much, my delicious little babies. You see what I mean? And I've always said this, you know, with but I like the tune, you know what I mean? Do 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 do. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Okay, anyway, it's just very tuney, you know what I mean? You can sort of do 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 do. Do you know what I mean? Okay. Anyway, because I like all types of music, everybody knows that, my delicious little babies. Anyway, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be moving really much. It sort of goes a tiny bit back and then, you know, just a tiny bit forward. Do you see what I mean? But that could have been just as a P-take. I do not know. But I've always said that. I'm going to repeat this again now, my delicious little babies. Then I'm going to finish my video. Over and out, okay? That, you know, you can get these super duper posh looking motors now, wheels, you know what I mean, brums, but the wheels are short on it. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And I've watched you know, like other programs, you know what I mean, like you got the Land Rovers and you got all that now then, you know, and it's which ones can take the, you know, different conditions, whether it's water, driving through water, or whether it's snow, or whether it's, do you know what I mean? And it's very interesting, there we are, to watch my delicious little babies, because I remember anyway, years and years and years ago, there were so many who were watching Top Gear. I used to watch some Top Gear, but I wasn't like majorly, do you know what I mean? But I did used to watch a bit of it here and there, do you see what I mean, okay? But Matt, what's that my point to all of this? Well, if that's the case, I mean, if you're paying serious ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching for a Tesla now, you would expect it, you know, as long as this isn't just a P-take, right? Because it could be, right? But if you're going to spend that kind of crazy change now, you would then be expecting for your wheels to move, isn't it? Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? But it just happens with some cars, my delicious little babies, you can have brand new tyres. You know, the tyres and, you know what I mean? And the grips there, but they just do not seem to be going where they should be going, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? But like I said, you've got to be careful of these. I seen another video, when was it? Was it last week on BitChute? It was only seconds long, my delicious little babies. And this, you know, what do they call them? These driverless cars. Well, ones were talking, okay? And all of a sudden, the car started up on its own and started moving forward, my delicious little babies. But like I said, this is being controlled, there we are, from somewhere else, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean, okay? But yeah, you know, when the lights went on, does anybody ever remember Knight Rider? You know, what years was Knight Rider? You know what I mean? I used to love Night Rider, you know, like all those decades ago. Okay, Martin Schlickman Babies, okay? It was just brilliant, wasn't it? Okay? Anyway, so that's my video, Martin Schlickman Babies, you know, just there we are, the years. But it's just when the lights went on when I was watching it. But like I said, it's only seconds long. You know, but the point is it was moving. I would have wrote it down. The only reason why I never is because there wasn't a lot happening. You were seeing crowds and everything, but you wasn't. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not too sure whether some of you would have found that really super duper interesting. But my point is, I would not want to get in. I've said this before, Marzalishlik Babies, months and months and months and months ago. I would not want to get in or wish to get into a driverless car, Marzalishlik Babies. No, I would not. Okay, Marzalishlik Babies, you're always better when you've got your hands on the wheel. Do you know what I mean? Okay, and you know when to put the brakes on. You know when to rev up. There we are. You know when to change gear. You know, and you know when to drive. And you know when to stop. Do you see what I mean, Marzalishlik Babies? Yes. And of course, we've got the latest now, just before I go, you know. I mean, the planes for decades, do you know what I mean? Of course, they have pilots, bless. But, you know, a lot of it is all these buttons, isn't it, Marzalishlik Babies? Okay, so they can sit in what's called autopilot, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So the plane is, you know, flying itself. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Do you know what I mean? So that's what's happening there, then, Marzalishlik Babies. But of course, we're hearing all the latest that, you know, but apparently there has been an awful lot of talk about that mankind in the world would not be very happy with a plane without a pilot. Marzalishlik Babies, I certainly would not, because let's just spare a thought for this. You know what I mean? Again, you know, but what about if somebody messes with buttons? Do you know what I mean, Marzalishlik Babies? There we are. Anything could happen, just the same as that car. A driverless car. You know, it could drive into many things. Do you see what I mean? And just like what I just said, all of a sudden it starts itself up, and it happened to be like with a crowd, so they had to get out of the way. What is that saying? So somebody, whoever it was, behind what they had, knew fully well that there was a crowd there, Marzalishlik Babies, so why start flashing the old lights on the motor and then driving it forward? Do you see what I mean, Marzalishlik Babies, okay? I do not find that to be very safe at all, Marzalishlik Babies, do you see what I mean? Whether you're down here on the ground or whether you're up there in the sky, Marzalishlik Babies, I wouldn't be feeling most confident about it. Do you see what I mean, okay? I'll be flipping terrified, quite frankly. Okay, Marzalishlik Babies, so that's the end of my video. So whether it's morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little honey bunnies, okay? Now then, if it is night time, night, sleep tight, wash your bed bugs, don't bite, okay? Marzalishlik Babies. And please, you know, I hope that the weather's super duper delicious wherever you are in the world. I hope it's better than our weather in old Brummyland, Marzalishlik Babies, okay? And, you know, in other parts of old England, I hope the weather is better where you are, my little beautifuls, because we've got the recycling, what is it, they're on strike for a total of 10 weeks. Marzalishlik Babies, I do believe, is this the second or third week? So there's about another 6 or 7 weeks to go, my delicious little babies. And apparently, when I was talking to somebody today, they told me that apparently, there's 200 that are working. And what they're trying to do, the council, you know, the council, Birmingham City Council, my delicious little babies in old England, okay, is that they're trying to cut down, okay, to get rid of some job. There we are, to get rid of some jobs, my delicious little babies. Well, what's that going to do for, you know, for most who, you know, have families and everything, my delicious little babies? Because apparently, Birmingham City Council struggling at the moment, my delicious little babies, struggling, okay. I'd say for a number of years, and this includes any other councils in old England, my delicious little babies. There we are, they've had a pretty good run, wouldn't you say, my delicious little babies of things now, okay? And how can they be struggling when now they've just put up, stumbling again, put up the council tax 25%, which is illegal to do so. only from what I was told, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? So, you know, look at how many are going to lose their jobs, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? That they're not near, you know, hired help is clearly, sorry, not needed. Is it, my delicious little babies? Do you see what I mean? Okay. We can all see, there we are, where they're driving this or wanting to drive this, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Anyway, so sending peace, love, harmony and bright blessings to each and every one of you. Just stumbled a few times, you know, throughout my video, but I'm not changing it, okay? And anyway, I'm feeling rather tired now, my little babies, okay? So now it's time for rest, okay, my delicious little babies. So, you know, and please take care of yourselves and please try to take care of others, okay? And how much I love you also. And thank you so very much for any views, for any likes. And thank you so very much, well, you know, just for listening to myself, you know what I mean, okay? Because usually I've always got, there we are, something to flipping say. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies, okay? And sending, you know, love and protection for each and every one of you, okay? So until my next video, okay? Night, night. God bless. Love you. Thank you. Goodbye.